What's up, guys? XJ9's here, and today's gonna be a video about the Tuska cleanup this week in RuneScape. But there are Amascut changes in this patch notes because I just, like scroll down. Oh, Amascut. I didn't read anything though, so we'll go right into this. Let's just read this little biography really quick. I'm sorry. So just over a decade ago, the World Eater Tuska threatened to devour Gilnor under the godless struck her, until the godless struck her down. Her fall ended the rampage, leaving a lasting scar on the world map right beside the desert. In the wake of this event came the Anima Islands distraction diversion, where players siphon anima from the islands that sync with Tuska. While the event was narratively compelling, over time Tuska's colossal remains have begun to stand out. Players and J-mods alike have discussed its place in the lore on and off for years, and recently during the game jam, Mod Ramen posted the question, could we do something about it? And that's exactly what he did. He laid out a plan to root Tuscan and the Anima Islands, relocate all the rewards to nearby areas. Oh, so that's interesting. So I wonder if they actually put like the Tuska arm like that to different like ways to earn it instead of doing the minigame, and restore the desert's western coastline. With feedback from players during the game jam, followed by internal discussions and elbow agrees we're finally ready, Tuska's been laid to rest at last. As of today, Tuska has been removed from Gilnor, replaced by a contingent of Gobies from Narda. I wonder how that looks. Additionally, new Errant and Beastmaster Hound Slayer creatures have been unleashed into the Nemi Forest, and all rewards previously obtained here have been redistributed to other locations. Check out the patch notes below for more details. Um, New Errant Slayer creatures, a new Beastmaster. What's Beastmaster Hound? Oh, like the dogs? Into the Nemi Forest. So, like, did they actually remove Nemi Forest too, or something? Like, what the hell? That'd be crazy. What? Because if they did, that means like, what? I'm curious on what that even is. So let's read this. Hot fix: in Rage mode, Amascut fights on Portuguese worlds now finished correctly. That is a what the hell is going on there? I'm so curious to know what the hell is what happened there. Why was Portuguese world screwing it up? That's maybe it wasn't hotfix on that world. In order to investigate FPS drops during Phase 5 of Amascut, the Devourer, we've turned off the screen effects while we look into the root cause. Has this actually been fixed? I swear I'm still getting flashbanged. Am I not getting flashbanged anymore? I don't know. But that's good. Yeah, a lot of people are having FPS drops, so that's nice. Tuska has been removed from the world. The Gobi settlement that existed south of Narda has been moved south of where Tuska was previously located. So yeah, this is like kind of like near. It was they were located near Garderson 2, so I guess they just moved it. I wonder what's there now. I guess nothing. The Anima Islands minigame has been removed. That's wow. No more Anima Islands. That was pretty. That was a pretty important Iron Man thing to do for like devotion and shit. And like I don't know. That's it really. All references to the Anima Islands have been removed from the game. Any remaining Anima Islands currency has been converted to Techie. I wonder if that could have been abused, but probably not. It was in a lot of currency. All modes, animation, and cosmetics previously purchased at the Anima Islands Anima Island reward shop has been moved to the Gobi Armorsmith shop. I guess that's for Techie, right? So we can now buy the Tuska emote and animations and I guess cosmetics. I'm not sure about the armor though. Like, can you buy Tuska armor with Tech yet? Any reference to Tuska in game have been cleaned up, including maps and the lodestone interface. The sacrifice, devotion, and transfigure abilities have been removed from the Gower Dungeon 1 loot table and are now obtained by completing the one piercing note quest. I don't even know what that quest is. Is that the one where you have to put like those songs, like northwest of Eagles Peak or something? I don't know what that quest is. That's a very familiar quest though. But I mean, I kind of like that. I actually like this change a lot. So, because God version 1, like, it was so weird because some people go unlucky and, like, don't understand to kill minions instead of the bosses, which was weird. I think the whole way you get these abilities was just very strange in general and very confusing. Like, again, killing the boss was actually not a good way to do it. I like that it's attached to a quest to encourage questing. I think we definitely should encourage more questing. I think this is a good change. Really, the most important ability is just devotion. The other two are really not that important. Players no longer need to go to the Gobi graveyard to cash in Gobi burial charms. That's a good change because that's a little bit annoying. Titles, I don't know. I kind of like it, but like, yeah, it's kind of old. Titles previously earned through the Anima Islands have been moved to the Gobi Armor Smith shop. Again, I'm guessing this is the techie guy. Introduce a new Slayer creature, Beastmaster Hounds. So I'm guessing it's just gonna be like the Hounds from the raid, right? It's a new Slayer creature, so I gotta get the soul. These can be fought at level 43 Slayer and can be assigned by Chaldar, Mashna, and Sumana. They can be found in the east and north of Nimi Forest. Okay. The Tuska's Wrath ability is no longer purchasable via Anima Island reward currency, but can now be obtained via Techie or as a tradable 100 out of 400 drop on task and a 1 out of 1000 drop off task from Erits and Beastmaster Hounds. That's pretty cool. So I'm curious how much Techie will cost, but again, like I like that they're the new CEO must be like, bro, why is Slayer so shit in artistry? And I'm sorry about the being so frank, but like I'm not joking. They screwed over Slayer so bad. I mean, even Amascut really is kind of screwed over Slayer because now, like before, to get keys to the crossing from Devourers and stuff, you just get it from Amascut and like the Vital Spark. So like, they're making Slayer better, but at the same time with like Amascut, they kind of like killed off Slayer with like Devourers. Tuska Workplace is no longer personal via Anima Island reward currency, but now can be attained via Techie or as a drop from Erits or Beastmaster round. So now you can get it as a drop. They don't release the drop rates though, so you can buy it for through raid currency or get it as a drop. I wonder if you could trade it. If you could trade it, that'd be so interesting. Uh, Whether or not you can or not, I mean, overall, this is pretty interesting. So here we go, guys. This is gonna be the big meats and potatoes. With the, I'm kind of scared to read it, but we'll see. Amascut Goddess of Destruction. Fixed the issue with the modest crocodile showing the incorrect debuff icon. I'm guessing when he debuffs you, right, with the adrenaline. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what the issue was. Made some tweaks and improvements to the explosive scarabs during part 4 of the Amascut the Devourer encounter. Part 4, they're talking. I think they're talking because there's scarabs in part 1 and 3, but I'm assuming they're talking about the scarabs that you don't need a stun. Remove the animation for throwing the scarab, as that was making it feel clunky while it rooted the player for the duration of the animation. Note, scarab is seen being thrown as otherwise you won't have any indicators, but you shouldn't feel as rooted now. Um, I wonder if they just made it more seamless because you have to like click on it, go, click on it, go, click on it, go, click. So can you just click, go, or like, is this just a feel change? Because like I never really had an issue with this. If this didn't actually like change anything, this is not a big like. This is I guess it's just a feel change because I would pick it up and then my character would go this, but then you would pick it up during the animation. I don't know. This doesn't really matter because I don't think it changed anything in the fight. But I mean whatever. I mean. I'm pretty sure this is just they removed an animation to make the player realize, oh, they don't have to wait as long to throw a scare, probably, because guys, some people are not the brightest. I'm toxic. I'm sorry. Remove the projectile delay that was making the scarab stay in the air for longer based on distance thrown. Is now very snappy and throws instantly. Um, and throws instantly. Oh, so I mean, this is a nerf to the boss in a way, but I don't really mind. It pretty much means that because before you would kill the scarab, pick it up, and it would do, and then it would throw. But now you're gonna pick it up, and go, and it's instantly thrown before like even anything happens. So you'll get it probably like 1 to 3 ticks faster. Also, it's based on distance thrown. Also, I wonder if it means it will like arrive like faster as well. Like, yeah, well, overall, yeah, it saves like 1 to 3 plus ticks, which is pretty crazy. Tweak the priority of the scarabs compared to other NPCs within the encounter to make them always visible. That's a very good change. I wonder if that what happens. Wait, so no, this will make them appear on top of everything else apart from Amascut. Yeah, I was gonna ask if they appear above Amascut, which would be kind of funny. Um, there's some weird, funky bugs. Sometimes Amascut, when she says like your life will be snuffed out, she like disappears and like her voice line didn't play out for me for some reason. But this is also a very good change. I I hope that the ones that are going to explode have priority over the ones that aren't, but I don't know. Updated the ability to throw them while in the prison rooms. Previously, you were only able to throw them at a target, but you can now throw them at any tile. The prison room, yeah, the chain rooms. But why would you want to do that? I thought you could already throw them anywhere in the room. What are they talking about? I remember on release, I was accidentally missing the chain and throwing it next to a chain. You could also have thrown them out of the portal too. But I just don't know why you would do this unless it prevents damage, because if someone throws scarabs into the east or west and you don't pick them up, it damages the people inside, not inside, outside, like so near Amascut. So yeah, I don't know the point of this. Like, what is the point of that? I actually don't know. Unless there's a way to mitigate damage, like maybe you throw it deep in the room and it doesn't damage anyone. I don't know. Added an AoE effect of 2 tiles to crack the carapace effect. So if you miss a target NPC just by a touch, it'll still run the effect and either break or weaken the carapace. So it'll disappear. So I don't actually really mind this either, because I mean, I have good mouse precision, but a lot of people don't. And even me, I miss sometimes by like an inch because the girl's walking, then he does this, and then I click past his shoulder. I don't mind this either. Like this, again, it'll make the scare phase a little bit better because you have to change your prayer and dodge at the same time, and like you'll click, and as long as you throw it near, it should. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's kind of like throwing a bomb, like this little scare bomb near the boss and it explodes it. So that's fine too. In order to better telegraph in Amascut Phase 7, we've darkened the arena platform slightly to make the pop and tweak the patterns used to avoid the donut style telegraphing from layered next to each other. Um, so I wonder how the tweak is. So it's very good they made the area darker, because I agree the area was way too bright. I kind of stopped having issues with that because the best way to deal with Part 7's mechanic is just look through from the middle outward. So like here's Amascut, you just look to the right and like, okay, is this safe? Is this safe? Okay, this is safe. Let me surge there. That's how I had no issue doing it, but I do agree. Yeah, it was kind of bad. Like it took a while for me to go, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. Ali told me about that technique. But they also tweaked the pattern, so I'm curious on what it looks like now. So overall, again, I think making the game have bad clarity is artificial difficulty. Like again, one of my biggest critiques about this boss is that a lot of it has been artificial difficulty. Like with release, like people getting stuck in part 7. Like, well, how would you know to evoke it? Like how would you know that? So, um, and like this is kind of like bad visuals, where it's like it's not necessarily even that hard. It's just you can't see it really. The path to making a phase 6 will now appear faster. So the orb will spawn and he'll do follow my light. So that's interesting. So you probably want to finish it as soon as possible. I mean, this kind of nerfs the black HP a bit more now, because the faster you climb, the less black HP there is. But on the flip side, you can't damage the core as much, because maybe you would want to sunshine damage the core and then go up. Again, you don't really need to do that right now. Maybe you have to do that at higher ranges like 4K. But that's interesting. You'll be able to follow up faster. Tubikins take the path towards the light voice line now correctly appears on the path instead of Amascut herself. Oh, I think I noticed that when I was first doing this boss during like the first week, but then I kind of like stopped looking at her because I was looking at her before. That's really funny. If it was appearing over Amascut's voice little head, oh my god, bro, this shit was so rushed. That's hilarious. Fix the issue that prevented players from finishing the fight when someone died on top of the platforms in Phase 6. Oh yeah, because they would die on the platforms, and the timer would just stop. That's really bad. I wonder what happens if someone dies in the platforms. Can someone just go up at him? Updated the colors of the first of Devourer's title. Yeah, people said this. Well, Allison, I haven't actually seen it, but Allison said the title is like an ugly green. I'm assuming like it's like it was like a Talos Warden green. I'm assuming they made it like a dark green because I was imagining it would be a dark green, almost blackish green. So yeah, fixed an issue that was causing inconsistencies in the amount of time it was taking Amascut the Devourer to transition between phases. Um, I don't think you're talking about part five, where if you click on the two Mickens in the middle, she sometimes like stops at of instead of saying destruction. Oh, did this change? Oh, that's actually the one of the biggest changes actually, because sometimes you would phase her, but then she wouldn't phase. So I'm curious if she'll actually just immediately phase if you cap her HP, or if like is she supposed to phase after a mechanic? Like, I'm curious about this change. We have to see how this is. I can't really say much about, it, but hopefully they fix the issues. Obviously, where you would cap her super early, and then she just wouldn't phase, and she would just keep attacking the base for 30 seconds. You know. I also personally, guys, I also personally don't like this title, the First of Hour, because if five people have the First of Hour title, how does it make any sense? You know, that's personally my take on it. That's just saying. Update, okay, general update female ducks from white to brown. Oh, I think it's like lore accurate to real life, maybe. A typo in the artificer's measure buff has been fixed. That's been there forever, I guess. Fixed environment lighting during desperate times. Fixed floating shelves in various locations. Fix a blocking issue with rocks in the wilderness. Players no longer get stuck in the photo booth in your file door. When using the assist mode, the smithing interface should now reflect the in the stat requirements view. Okay. The information. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. It just works better and it shows you what you can make. The information symbol on UI tutorials is now hidden to prevent overlap with the heading if the interface panel is sized to a very short description. Um, Fixed an issue where the necromancy lantern visual effects outline was visible when mining with the blast mining override. The distraction diversion icon has been removed from the Swan Song quest instance. Why was that there? I actually don't know anything about this, guys. What the hell? Road School's soul should now correctly be added to the Star Coast by depositing filled Ushabri within the chest of souls. Uh, okay. Corrected an issue with the repair and check options of some variants of Masterwork Magic overlap. Update messaging when depositing and withdrawing currency to the currency pouch. Adjusted the position of the shooting star in Ashdale. Players no longer get thrown through the fence when they get hit by the falling star. That's pretty funny. Fix the issue with the incorrect colors showing on some outfit pieces. Old school stuff. What is this? A duck and otters, I think, and a Amascut, guys. Think you're a Amascut base tank this week? Okay. Okay, with some Iron Man thing. Okay, so I wrote a 5.8 bill AFK. Okay. Refreshing apparently. And I think that's really it, guys. So overall, pretty good changes. Should definitely see some faster kills, more consistent phases, and yeah, I guess that's it for Tuska. My Chris L at the time that made Tuska and stuff, he definitely wanted to do like a whole like go to different worlds thing with raids, but yeah, they never did that after he left. So oh well. Guess that's really it. Overall, pretty good changes. Again, a lot of these things are just basic quality of life things. So like, the boss should just function better. Curious to see if things get adjusted. Again, I really am not a fan of that range attack bullshit because yeah, you already know. Yeah, bye. I'm just gonna go.